Have you ever stopped in the middle of baking cookies, making pancakes, or thickening gravy and thought, where does the flour actually come from? Because flour looks so simple sitting in that white bag in your kitchen. Welcome back to the What Is It playlist on Cooking at Home with Bella Lafay, where we learn the why behind the food we cook. But there's a whole journey behind it before it ever reaches your pantry. Today we're talking about flour, what it is, how it's made, and why different flours behave differently in the kitchen. Flour starts with wheat. Wheat grows in the fields and is harvested when the grain is fully mature and dry. Each tiny wheat kernel has three main parts. If cooking at home is your vibe, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Three main parts: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. The bran is the outer layer and contains fiber. The germ is the nutrient-rich center that can sprout into a new plant. And the endosperm is the starchy part that gives us the soft powder we know as flour. Once the wheat is harvested, it's cleaned to remove dirt, stems, and anything else that doesn't belong. Then the kernels are tempered, which means a little moisture is added to soften the outer bran layer. This helps the milling process work better. Huge rollers grind and separate the wheat over and over until it becomes a fine powder. Depending on the type of flour being made, some parts of the wheat may be removed or kept. For example, white flour mostly uses the endosperm, giving it that soft texture and lighter color, while whole wheat flour uses all parts of the kernel, so it contains more fiber and nutrients. And here's something many beginner cooks don't realize. Different flours contain different amounts of protein. That protein becomes gluten when mixed with water. Bread flour has more protein, which helps bread become chewy and structured. Cake flour has less protein, making cakes softer and lighter. So the next time you scoop flour into a bowl, remember, you're working with something that started as a tiny grain in a field and went through an entire process becoming the base of breads, cakes, biscuits, pastas, sauces, and so much more. Once you understand your ingredients, cooking starts to make a whole lot more sense. I'm Bella Lafay, and this is the What Is It playlist on Cooking at Home with Bella Lafay, where we build confidence in the kitchen one ingredient at a time.